You got no idea how annoying it is having cracks in your glasses, like tiny cracks in your glasses, because that fractures light. So when light hits you from a certain angle, you get a little mark there, and it's very noticeable because I'm very sensitive to things, so it's very annoying. And it's not something you can clean off because they're cracks or scratches. So I cannot get rid of these tiny things. You can barely even see them, but then I look in a certain way, and it's like it kills me. So I want to discuss something kind of, I don't know, I'll see where it leads me. I had a sort of, I wouldn't call it an episode because I think episode is kind of a weird word to use. See, I was initially going to say emotional episode, but that sounds cringe. So let's call it what's a good word? Emotional? I don't think it's very accurate. I think when you're trying to come up with something or solve a problem, always start with the roots. If I had stuck with the word emotional, I'd be screwed over because I wouldn't figure out like what to do. Like on that one video when I was using father versus the ability, like separating fathering versus raising a kid, you know, that thing, I was lost on that for 10 minutes or 5 or I don't know, however long that was. So emotional isn't quite the word, though it would be somewhat accurate. It's not very accurate, you know, like it works. Can they stop? Like, look, just I'm gonna take it out to it. You know, screw that. I'm taking it out. It's mine now. It's a gun. Hold on. It's a gun. So, emotional is a word that would work, and it would be sufficient in giving the right idea to the minds of the viewers, but it's not as accurate as it could be, even though in the end it most likely won't even affect you because he'll perceive it the same way either way. But I'm going to find an accurate word regardless because it helps to improve, sharpens my mind, potentially advances my linguistics, etc. Always strive for the best you can do regardless of what it is. So, that being said, a word better than emotional. Deep, no. Enveloped in my feelings, perhaps. Enveloped in is a good start, but feelings, I don't know if that's quite the word. Enveloped in my thoughts. Oh, see, now here's a funny conundrum. By including all these words, I have now constructed an idea in your mind, which is very highly likely to be an accurate, if not perfectly accurate, representation of what I'm trying to describe. But I still want to find an individual word which amounts to the meaning of all those previously said words, even though you most likely already have it right now. Because I want to improve and I want to be as accurate as possible, regardless, even if I have already conveyed the message I want to as accurately as possible, disregarding the viewpoint of the other person. Enveloped in my essence? No. It's a combination of thoughts, emotions, and imagination in myself. Enveloped in myself. There we go. So, I did some things and stuff. I don't know where to go for this because like I have this general idea of what to talk about, like a few words to throw out, but I don't know exactly how to do that because I don't have the topic ready. I don't know what to say, so I suppose it's somewhat interesting the way we can think things, and when we're emotional, putting it lightly, and not quite as accurate as it could be, you know, we're in such a state in which I believe I have already well explained to you. Perhaps not well explained, but you should already comprehend what I mean by now. So we're in a state like that. We think differently, right? So what I did was I made a few jokes. Not really, but it's hard to describe, man. I'm somewhat in such a state right now. My head isn't fully there, and oh my god, I cannot think of the words to say, and I am not able to fully form sentences, and I can't say what I'm trying to say accurately. And every time that happens to me, I hate it. I cannot accurately get out what I'm trying to say. Oh, I hate when that happens. The thing is, it's probably because I'm attempting to say what I don't even know. Okay, here's an interesting thing. Every time that happens to me, every time I don't know what I'm talking about, it's typically for a reason. I mean, everything happens for a reason. That's a very accurate saying. I believe that. Everything, regardless of what it is, happens for a reason. Even if the reason seems non-existent, like, for instance, why the hell did I just touch that pole? Well, it's to prove that everything could be for a reason. That reason was me proving something. If there was a reason for why do I step over these cracks, it's because it gives me a slight pleasure. It's a tradition, inner child. If it's why did they not use their blinker? Weren't paying attention, maybe. There's a reason for every minuscule thing, and I challenge you to name something that does not have a reason. I think everything has a reason, regardless of what it is. And if you can't think of anything, God, that's my answer. That smells horrible. Oh my God. Wait, God. Yeah, God's pretty much the answer to the majority of things. Oh, there's a cat over there. Can we chase it down? Where are you going? Where are you going? Is he watching me? He's watching me. Let's go towards him. He's walking away. Okay, fine. So, where was I? Everything happens for a reason. Oh, Raphael's out. Darn. Maybe he didn't notice me. Let's turn the other way, kind of hide from him. Hold on. You know what? What if we didn't get done? What if we just went around this side? Sure, extend the podcast, avoid Raphael. I like it. So. Yeah, that does not smell good. Oh, wow, that's terrible. That sounds like sewage or something. Where was I? Completely forgot. No, that's not where I was. My brain isn't quite in it right now. As I said before, can't really think. I don't know what I was. It's okay. I'll just try to describe this one thing. It's like my mind is creating thoughts to say, and I'll make an analogy afterwards, but not fully thoughts, just like partially ideas of thoughts, and then forgets some of them, remembers the other few, but doesn't know how to put them together. But it also has some ideas of how to attempt to put them together, but they're not full ideas. So it all just kind of comes out. It's like if a game were bugging, and sometimes it sends some things to the server, sends other things back, but not all things. And sometimes it sends the wrong things. And then it attempts to reconnect things, and then that makes it stitch up some parts that were buggy, but then it did it wrong, so now it's just bugging, and it's a bad result for both you and everyone else playing. Hence being me and the viewers. Viewers mainly being you, because and the problem here is my desire to convey my thoughts. And, that's obviously the nature of these videos, is to convey things, typically. So, I can't fulfill that. Even though these thoughts aren't necessarily important, I always have the desire, even since I was a child, I've always wanted to give information, even if it's completely useless, even if it won't affect anything, even if the information you could go without, it will not change your life. You will forget it moments later. I'm aware of this. It won't change you. I will forget about it recently. It'll only be a memory of mine and perhaps a memory of yours, and it will affect the algorithm, perhaps, and it will affect my videos because it is in data stored in servers, in the YouTube servers. But this information is completely useless and changes the world in no other way, and I could perhaps cover another topic while on the verge, or not verge, well, with the time I had while trying to discuss this. I still want to convey this information. So I can move on right now, tell you something that would affect you, would perhaps stay longer, would keep in my mind, would be useful for more viewers, but I choose not to. I choose not to have this initial thought that could spark more ideas, that I could lead into more things that are better, because I want to finish things. I always want to finish. I never want to leave. That sounds wrong. I never want to leave anything undone. I want to finish things efficiently, and I have this thought. I don't even know what I'm conveying. That's the problem. I don't fully know what to say. I don't have a full thought. I had an idea, and now my mind wants to finish this thought, nail down this idea, get it done, and I don't know what that is, though. So my mind is just trying to work with this incomplete data, and I don't need to do it. It's just like, it's like if you were to tell someone, hey, can you do this for me? But you don't give them all the resources, and now they can't talk to you, and they don't know what to do because they're confused. They're trying to do, but they don't know how to. But in reality, that job is useless. So they're trying to do something completely useless, which affects nothing, and they don't have the material to do it. But they can't contact anything. They can't get help because so it's just like my mind is very strange. And oh my god, it happened again. All these ideas, like, I think so fast, I can't even stop it. They just come out of nowhere. I just have so many words and ideas and topics that come into my head, and I want to discuss them, and I want to get them out, and I want to cover them, I want to be accurate, but there's no end. There's not even a beginning. There's just a middle, sort of partially thrown around, mixed up, and that leads to me being incapable of covering it. And then my mind is like, no, we gotta finish it, but I don't finish what? We didn't start anything. So then it drives me insane because you have no idea, my desire to finish things accurately and well done and leave nothing like kind of half done, that desire is very strong. I have certain things that I just have to have, like when text stops working and it starts bugging out multiple times in a row, freaks me out. I like pull my hair, I just hit my head on the wall, I freak out. Okay, so some things majorly affect me, and that's one of them, having things finished. I need to have things fucking done, and if I don't, I freak out. So this desire with incomplete ideas that don't lead, don't start, don't end, don't carry through, don't go together, trying to form an ending or a start, or let alone a complete segment which is accurate and efficient with all those incomplete, thrown around, mixed up things, I can't. I literally can't. There's no way to do that. And then my mind gets pissed at me because I can't do that, which makes it even more difficult to do so. Not that I could in the first place, so it didn't matter. And then I was left with this idea that, oh, you left something unfinished, and that'll hang with me for a long time, and I want to finish it, and I want to correct it at some point, but I can't because there's nothing to start with, and I might at some point, but it'll never go away. The only way it can go away is if it fades from my thoughts, lost to my memories. But that's not going to happen for Lord knows how long, probably days, and it'll just stick there, and that's what kills me, and I just... That just happened again, oh my god. Every time at certain points, I just get these few words, few ideas. Hey, maybe I should do this. And then just like 1, 2, 3 ideas quickly go away. And then it just leads further into this ramble. I close my eyes, put my hand on my head, and I just like, oh my god, please stop ideas. Stop coming into my head. I don't know. I'm not going to cover you. I can't. I don't know where to start. I'm not talking about you. And it's just... The only thing I could do in these scenarios, and the only thing I have ever done, the only thing that's ever worked, because I can't do anything else, is forget about it and move on. And honestly, that's how some things work in life. Some things are going to be crazy, they're going to be inexplicable, unfinished, and insane, because that's how life is. But in the end, sometimes you just got to move on.